G'day guys, welcome back to King's Backyard Farming, or should I say King's Backyard Beekeeping. I'm Sam, manager of King's Bees and Mitchell's son, and I'm going to go through you today the different parts of a beehive. Let's start at the bottom, shall we? With the bottom board or landing board for your bee box. Most people I know usually screw these down to their brew chambers, but this is the base of the hive which the box sits on. It's got an entrance along the front here for the bees to come in. And they'll come in there, got a landing board, and they'll come up into the box. Next we have the brew chamber or a bee box, which will sit on top of your bottom board like that. This has all your frames in it, as you can see here. We use plastic foundation, but there's several different types that you can use. These just click into the frames. This is a 10 frame box, so we've got 10 frames in it. So this will constitute your brood box. So this is where your queen stays, lays all her eggs, and they do most of their work with each other. After that, above that, you'll have your queen excluder, so she can't move up. So she's always going to be in this bottom box. It's called single brood chamber management. It's what we do here. You can do double brood chamber management. It just means you have two of these boxes stacked up without a queen excluder, so she can go between the two. And then if it's a brand new hive, you'll just have it in a single. So you basically just have your lid on and you let them build up in this box first so they can establish themselves. So when they're built up to the outside frames, then we can add another box. So this will be your honey super. So all you do with that is when your bottom box is full of bees, you put one of these. You can put a full depth, which is this. This is a full depth Langstroth. This is a manly size Langstroth box. So we have these. You put this on top, and then the bees will come up and fill this with honey. And then we can take that off when it's full. And we have a special little tool for that. Clearer board. It's got some big holes up the top here for letting the bees out. It goes down to a small hole on the bottom here. So the bees, they come down from the top box through this hole out the bottom, and then they won't go back up there because it's a single hole. They'll try to get into these holes here. Just tricks the bees. They're also known as escape boards. So to use that, all we do, big holes facing up, place it on top. Honey box on top of that. And you come back after a day and the bees will be cleared out of the top box. And you can take that away without using blowers or brushes on your bees. It's one of my favourite ways to take honey off hives because it's so minimum stress for the bees. Because they naturally want to come out of the top box and relieve themselves daily. So they'll do that, won't be able to get back up. We just take the honey away. This is your bee frame. This is what you put your foundation in. This is a standard wire frame which you embed wax in. But as I said earlier, we use plastic foundation just because it's more convenient for us. So when you can buy these unassembled, put them together and wire them yourselves. Play like a tub, but like I said, we use plastic foundation, which just clicks in to your frame, goes in there like that. And then we put a little coating of wax on it just to encourage the bees to go on the plastic, because the bees don't particularly like to draw their honeycombs on plastic by itself, but they will do it if they've got nothing else to do. So we just put a little bit of wax on it to help them like it better. But for us, this goes through all our extracting equipment a lot easier, whereas you can get blowouts and everything with your wires. Wax foundation. And finally, sometimes you'll see this little box here. This is a Nuke Box. This is how we expand our operation. So what we do is we take 3 or 4 frames out of our big, full, strong hive, and we put them in here like that. So we'll have 2 brood frames, which is the frames with the bees on it. So the baby bees coming through, eggs, brood, bit of pollen, and a frame of honey and pollen. So we have 2 frames that are going to produce more bees in this box and 1 frame of food. So we put that all together, we take it away from this other hive to a new site, and we install a new queen in here, then we can produce a new colony. And the other way you can do it is you can take the old queen out, put her in here, and put a new queen in the big colony. Well, thanks for watching our video, guys. In our next bee video, we'll be going through a hive, so you'll be able to see what I was talking about when I say the brood and the queen and the larvae, and all the different frames and how it works. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time.